Right then, it's a quick walk around video on a bit of a windy day, so I'm hoping you can hear me okay. This is for a really lovely Honda CR-V 2-litre EX automatic, so the top of the range car. Facelift model, 2016 car, covered 46,000 miles, it's in lovely condition. Front of the car, new style front end, looks absolutely fantastic on the car. A little bit of extra sort of silver and chrome, works wonders. Lights and lenses clear and intact, no cracks or condensation. Bonnet very clean, any stone chips are very light and minor. Near side, lovely and smooth, and the panel works, can't see any obvious indentations there. So I do apologise for wind, bluster from time to time, but you'll probably work out between my blithering what I'm talking about anyway. And come around the back of the car, then new style rear end with the chrome strip across the middle there, silver trim at the bottom, all very nice and tidy. Around to the offside, driver's side of the car, beautifully clean in the panel work, really crisp. Black always looks good on these cars with the facelift models because the silver trim just breaks it up beautifully. That's in very nice condition. So coming to the back of the car, you see tailgate working perfectly. Huge boot. Nice to see this one's got a load liner, which kept it in the condition you can see, which is absolutely beautiful. Coming to the back now, you've got enormous limousine-like amounts of legroom. And the front seats are set for me, and I'm 6 foot tall, so I'm not cheating in the video. The leather work has been kept absolutely beautifully in the car. Let's go to the front of the passenger side, again all very clean and tidy. Full set of original Honda mats in the car. Passenger seat down the front, again in super condition. Coming on the front, the driver's door card again nice and clean. Footwell areas again in super condition, as is the driver's seat for a 9-year-old car, and kept absolutely superbly. So inside the car now, engine's running, so the dashboard is illuminated as in all cases. Dashboard looks in beautiful condition. Sat nav you can see working exactly as it should. Pop it comes reverse, you can see the rear parking camera likewise. Carrying on down, it's just been kept in lovely condition, this car. Finally come to the dashboard binnacle, 46,777 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2-litre EX automatic. The car's registered RO16FZH, and mileage at the start of the road test is 46,778 miles. The reason for all of our videos, as I always say, and especially the road test section in this part, is to see the very car advertised actually in operation. The reason we feel it's important is simply because, like loads of people, we've been to see cars which have looked perfectly good in photographs or description, but then to get there and see it and drive it and find it's got an obvious fault that shows up. So that's why we do it. Doing it in the opposite direction to where I normally go, only because the sun's low this time of year, so all you'll see is glare. So it's not going to be quite such high speed, but I've driven it at speed to know if there's any issues, of which there's none at all. So coming to the car, push button start, engine starts instantly and settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda car. The engine, as I always say, Honda 4-cylinder petrol engines are the best in the world, because they do everything brilliantly. Things people know about Honda, which is why people tend to buy them. Yes, they're incredibly strong and reliable, the most reliable in their class. Very long lasting, cam chain driven, there's no cam belts on them. But more than that, it's just the way they operate. They are so smooth, silky, the power delivery is really linear, but picks up as the revs pick up, but has a nice engineered sweet tone to the engine rather than sort of harsh thrashy units you get in some cars. Engine then feeds through into the auto gearbox, which, like the engine, has a reputation for being very tough and reliable. Ratios are chosen by Honda to try and extract the best out of the engine, both in terms of fuel economy and performance, sort of a compromise between the two, and it does a mighty fine job. Gear changes are slick and smooth, as you'd expect from a Honda. Notwithstanding reliability, I always say when you check an automatic, no matter whose it is, make sure it's nice and warm and cold. Try it both temperatures, and select drive and reverse. Just if there's any big clunks or thunks in engagement, or is any clunks on the move, walk away. But this is perfect, as you'd expect. So coming to the steering and the chassis, steering of the car tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. Again, really nicely done. Honda masters at this car for decades now, way ahead of their time, and this is a classic example of why. The power steering has got weight to it. It's precise and accurate. It's completely without any sense of nervousness to it at all, but you feel really connected to the car, but it feels like you're driving something very substantial, and you are. These aren't sports cars. They're not meant to be, no matter what the buffoons in the motoring press try and get you to believe that they should drive like BMW M5s. They shouldn't. These drive brilliantly for what they are. The ride is very, very well done. The damping is brilliant. It's very comfortable. But when you go through corners, again, unlike a lot of its competitors, you don't get lots of body motion going on. The car feels really controlled. Body angles are kept really in check. So when you go through corners like the ones up here, your classic little sort of CRV homes, sort of little B roads and A roads, it flows through corners absolutely beautifully. There's a serenity to the way it goes about its business. Incidentally, absolutely no rattles, clunks, or anything coming from underneath the vehicle. It's rock solid. Same with the brakes. Really powerful brake pedal on the car. No pulsing, no vibrations, nothing at all. And then finally come inside. This wonderful interior, beautifully put together, rock solid interiors. But an easy place to get in and drive the car. Dashboard is simple, easy to use, all working perfectly. Sat nav, dual zone climate control, which will give you different temperature side to side if you want that. That pumps out cold air. We checked out a nice warm workshop earlier. Heated seats likewise. And then your dash binnacle, which is simple, legible, easy to use, and a lovely leather bound steering wheel to finish off. It's a fantastic car. 4-wheel drive, no buttons to press, it does it all for you. It's automatic. It works off the traction control system, so it runs in 2-wheel drive pretty much the whole time, front-wheel drive. Only if it needs to go into 4-wheel drive will it do so, and that means you're less likely to get through your tyres as quickly, you use less fuel, and you put less mechanical stress through the car. Can't fault it, drives absolutely beautifully. I dare to say it, as new.